Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Mage.
Greetings.
Today we are back in Cathedral, guys. And we're not in a spell cleave. It's just us with two priests, a paladin, and a warrior. And everyone's pretty high level. Everyone's like 43. So we'll see how this goes today, guys. I think we'll be all right. Gave everybody water. Pretty sure. I know I gave the priests. Maybe the paladin needs a little bit. And that was a fun episode last episode. We got to do, even though I died a couple times, it was fun doing a little bit of PvP and also... It's a pretty good pull here. Doing a little bit of PvP and also a little bit of AoE pulling out in the open world. Haven't done that ever, I think, on this mage. So we did a little bit maybe early on, but I didn't really get to do much of it. So that was fun. And after fighting that shaman. He kind of agreed that Shaman's pretty good against Mage, but I looked it up, like duels, 1v1 duels, and it's an interesting matchup. What you're trying to do as the Mage is you're actually trying to drain all of the Shaman's mana. That's the goal. So you're trying to survive while the Shaman uses up his mana. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. Purge, the ability that dispels these buffs, does cost quite a bit of mana to use. Shamans tend to spam it quite a bit. You can't put up buffs that don't cost that much mana to put up. I guess like Mana Shield would be one. It's another one. No, Int costs a lot. It's like 520 mana. The Dampen Magic's not bad. 200 mana. That does cost quite a bit. I think Purge is... Not too sure how much mana Purge costs, but it costs a bit. So if you're putting up like random buffs, even if you put like... The best thing to do is put up like these buffs in your bag. Like Scroll Protection. It doesn't cost you any mana. And then they spam Purge it off. So you're forcing them to kind of like spend mana, right? If they're a good shaman, they'll notice that and they won't spam it and lose all their mana. So it's an interesting fight. They also have, the range kick and grounding totem. He actually did a good job against us when we were fighting. He grounded our fireball, our rank 7 fireball. Best way to deal with that is just to use like a rank 1 spell. Right? And then it'll destroy the totem. Kind of like a big mind game. But I think the Shaman has the advantage, right? It's like you're playing tag, the Shaman's it. And as long as he has mana, he's probably going to survive because he can heal himself as well. So you're kind of like running away. And the cool thing is you can polymorph the Shaman, right, and reset the fight. And he'll only regenerate his health back. He'll get full health from that, but he won't get full mana. So that's kind of the strategy. You want to just keep on draining their mana and then polying and resetting the fight. I wonder if somebody could kick that and bring him in. This warrior is a beast. Oh, we're getting spanked here. Yeah, they should just pull them all together. As best they can. They get also grounding our counter spell, so if we try to kick a heal, they can ground it. So putting down a grounding totem and then healing is pretty smart. And I was just looking up like dueling guides, because I'm kind of interested to see how mages do against most classes. They're pretty good. Mage is a good class for dueling. The ones they have trouble with is mostly Shaman, Priest, obviously Warlock's a tough one, and Druid. Druids are really good against mages. Druid's probably the worst mashup for a mage. And it's because you can't polymorph them when they're shapeshifted, so they can't really reset the fight as a mage when that happens. Get out of that. Pulling good amount there now. So they're just always chasing you down in feral, and you can't poly at all. But at least they can't purge, you know, your buffs off of you. Mages take a lot of skill to play. They're a skill-based class, I think. PvP especially. PvE, they're not too bad. Depends what you're doing. Okay, here I think this AoE farming stuff has some skill to it. More skill than your single target, you know, rotation in Molten Core, where you're just frost bolting over and over again. But yeah, especially in PvP, there is a bit of a learning curve for sure. They kind of remind me of the caster version of rogues. Rogues have a pretty big skill gap as well in PvP, especially. Yeah, and really your only chance against a druid, you gotta counterspell their heal when they like try to go and heal, and then you have to try to burst them down after they're like in that counter spell. See how that goes. Eventually we'll do some duels later on, especially at 60. We'll try some duels out. I'm gonna PvP quite a bit, I think. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast in that Warsong Gulch. It was a lot of fun. Well, PvE as well. But I'm going to play this mage quite a bit, I think. It's going to be my main class for vanilla and then into TBC and then maybe even probably into Wrath of Lich King. I assume they're going to have Wrath of Lich King come out as well, because why not, right? This warrior, man, what a beast. It's a close call. Do another one? Let's do one more. But we'll go out in the open world a bit more. I know we've kind of missed it a bit by spamming SM, Scarlet Monastery, but we'll be hopping into some more dungeons too. We will be going into Razorfen Downs next, I think. I hope we get the neck today. These two priests already have it. The paladin does not. So I assume the paladin will roll on. It's pretty good for the paladin. It gives stamina, intellect, and spirit, so probably will wanna use it. Let's see how many he pulls here. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's so the wizard doesn't spam. Nice cloak. 3 stamina, 8 spirit, 27 armor, not bad. Doesn't have any intellect on it though. These are just spamming arcane explosions. Doing the jump when we Kona Cold. Trying to incorporate that a bit. Same when we Frost Nova just to get a little extra range. Can't wait till we max out Arctic Reach. 20% extra range on those abilities will help out quite a bit. Helps out a lot in PvP too. Like the increased range on Frostbolt is a big deal too. Pretty much all those abilities are a big deal. You can it's hard to kite melee if you know, Frostbolt, Kona Cold, Frost Nova is, you know, it doesn't really have that big of a range. Because the range at the moment is sort of, he's bringing him out here. It's a good pull. These guys are moving pretty quick. Might even be able to do 2 of these. Like right there, we should have hit the one in the back, but we didn't. 7 intellect mail boots. Might be good for the paladin there. Guess we're not going in here. Wonder if those guys know about it. I don't think they probably do. They just don't want the loot, maybe. There's another group here. I wonder if you pulled them all. Group inside here. Alright, there we go. Just pulling them now. It's gonna be a little rough for us here. Get them all. Okay, we'll just evocate. Evocate's awesome. Completely reset a fight with Evocate, just polymorph Evocate. .45 armor, 9 intellect, 10 spirit pants. They have fire damage pants on. It's actually better. Put those on, actually. It's a lot of intellect right there. It's not really using fire spec anymore. Might as well take the int and the stamina. 90 mana, it's 100 health right there. Then Hunter is an interesting Hunter Mage, pretty interesting fight.
They must be purified.
Because as a mage, you actually, what the heck's going on here? Intact. The mage, you actually want to be in melee range with the hunter, so they're not like teeing off on you. So you try to like shield up as much as you can with like mana, shield, ice barrier. And then you blink close to the hunter whenever you can, and then an arcane explosion spam. That does a lot of damage to him and his pet. And you can poly their pet too. Mage is actually not bad against the hunter. It's an interesting fight. I wouldn't say the hunter just automatically loses still.
Arise, my champion.
The hunter's able to kite you.
At your side, milady.
You know, and it's just a ranged, my range versus his ranged abilities. Most likely the hunter's going to win. Yeah, mage versus mage. When you start using like Frost Ward and Fire Ward. That's an interesting fight. Oh, let's see what dropped here. Oh, the Chapeau dropped. Too bad. Already got it. 52 armor, 9 stamp, 14 intellect, 14 spirit. And the Aegis of the Scarlet Commander shield dropped. 1,548 armor, 23 blocks, 7 strength, 8 stamina, 7 spirit. And we want it. Nice. We can sell that for 1 gold, 16 silver. So I think we'll probably reset it. We'll just run back with these guys. I want to see if like where we get these Razorfen Downs quests. Bring the Light, level 39. Can pick this up. I think that's in Stormwind, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll have to go to Stormwind eventually. Maybe we'll do that a little later. Looks like somebody's going to leave, which is the warrior. So I guess we'll... Do we just hearth out of here? See what's going on. It's 38. Yeah, everyone's starting to leave. I guess we just go to Stormwind. Got a pretty good, it's okay group. I'll just go to Stormwind. Didn't get the neck, guys. Any abilities?
Greetings, Mage. Shall I provide you with further insight into the world
Your
of
mana
magic?
jade, we'll get that. This will instantly restore 550 to 650 mana. It's 200 mana more than our other mana gem. Mana shield rank 3. Scorch Flame Strike 4 is pretty good. Ice Armor 2 is really good. So it should increase the armor by quite a bit. Frost Nova. Yeah, Frostbolt 7 we'll get. Increases the damage of our Frostbolt.
Be careful.
So make sure we get all this stuff. Ice Armor rank 2 now. So yeah, that's another thing about us, guys. Like we were behind by
Greetings,
so many
Mage.
abilities.
Shall I provide you with further insight into the world of magic?
Okay, missiles. Polymorph would be a good one. You can really only get one more here. Then we'll get Frost Nova 3. This does a little bit more AoE damage for like 56 to 62 frost damage. Freezes them for the same amount of time. Just like 20 extra damage on our Nova. There it is. Alright, so there we go. I just want to make sure. And Frost Nova, Frost Bolt, and Ice Armor. That's it. It's all Frost spells. And Conjure Mana Jade. That's what I forgot about. Conjure Mana Jade. Let's put that there. We'll make one of these. And there's the Mana Jade. We'll put that right there. There we go. So we get more mana back. Let's get on our mount. And we will head over to Cathedral Square. We'll pick up Bring the Light. If there's any other quests. In Search of the Temple. So we should probably try to pick up as many quests as we can. Mason's Behest. Speak with Acolyte Delis. I guess we'll pick that up. Why not? Is that over here? I don't think so. I think it's on the other side. We'll pick up all the quests. I wonder if there's any in Narcissus. There's some here that we should get. For, yeah, the Lost Dwarves, Reclaimed Treasures. I'm going to try to do as many dungeons as we can.
As caretaker of the works here in the library of the Academy of Arcane Arts and Sciences, it is my responsibility to ensure all the magical tomes and scrolls are accounted for at all times. Who knows what folly would unfold if some of these enchanted texts were to fall into the wrong hands? Which reminds me. My assistant Delis made a horrible mistake last week. He's quite able in the library, but incompetent when he leaves the gates of Stormwind. Be a hero and help old Delis out, would you? It wasn't my fault, really it wasn't. Master Mason's directions were quite clear. Deliver a very important essay to Watcher Mahar-Ba in Netherguard Keep. But I had never been to the Blasted Lands before. The journey was frightening. When I got to the Swamp of
So that
Sorrow,
might be worth getting. I think we completed quests to
ended
do
up
that.
surrounded by horrible, plant-like swamp creatures. They lurched as if to attack me, so I ran. But in my haste, I dropped the essay. One of the beasts took it, I am sure. Could you please try to retrieve it and deliver it to Mahar-Ba?
2 more runes to take TP. You're kind of broke now.
Farewell.
I always think I bought too many. It's all good. I don't think we have anything in the bank. Got some junk, though, that we could sell.
How are best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend? Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
No, we'll get rid of these fire pants. We need to go in. And then we'll put some items up on the auction house.
Safe travels.
Hopefully we have enough coin for that. How much more gold do we need to learn for abilities? 12 gold. We're catching up. These did not sell, so we'll try to get those back up there. 15 days on that. And I think for the Bartolo Yeti Fur Cloak quest, Yeah, we need a lot of stuff. Can't really do this quest. I'm just gonna abandon it. Alright, so let's put these items up. 5 golds for the Cobalt Crusher. 50 silver for that. Enduring boots. Posting at normal price. Assume they're a little cheaper than that. The average is 88 silver. Yeah, we'll put it up for 89 silver. See if they sell. Then we have some leather to sell. Gonna have to save a little bit of medium leather though. You stack of 20 for engineering. I just started doing engineering on the warrior, on my hardcore warrior, and we need some medium leather. Heavy leather you actually need too for advanced target dummies, but I don't even know if we're gonna make those, to be honest, because we're not really playing hardcore, so it doesn't really matter that much. Sell a bit of these. Need wool too. Hold on to some wool. Just want to check the bank here quick. Everyone's got these red hats.
What can I...
No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of... the whole history.
We have a little bit of leather here. Just want to put the wool in here. We need like a stack of 20. Anything else we want to do? Yeah, the raptor meat I think we want to keep. Some mining stuff to do. We have a jade for a quest. Everything else we'll keep.
See you later.
Let's see what this red hat is. It's the Crimson Felt Hat. Get this from Magistrate Bartholus in Stratholme. That's Strat Live. 8 stam, 8 intellect, 8 spirit, 68 armor. Looks like this guy's a lot of like prebis. It's gonna be fun getting prebis. Hunting down all that loot. We eventually get to 60. We're like halfway there at the moment. Probably be another couple months before we hit 60. It's fine. That's just how WoW is. I know a lot of people hate that. Some people just want to like get to endgame. They don't want to take months to level their character. You can level your character in like a week or two if you just dedicate all your time to it. But it'll really burn you out. You might as well just take your time, stack up blue bar, and eventually you'll get there. There's no point in like stressing yourself out.
The Scourge is a persistent threat to the Alliance, a fact
he's got
I'm
a buff.
sure you know quite well.
Green
Recently, we
20
have come across some very peculiar findings, adventurer. In the Barrens lies a horrid tangle of briars called Razorfen Downs. While once it was the home of simple Quillbore, now it has become apparent that a pact was made with the Scourge, creating creatures far worse. They are now ruled by the Lich, Amnenar the Coldbringer. Align yourself with the light, adventurer. Put an end to this evil union.
We could have probably got heavy mage reef. We were in Theramore Isle. I didn't think of that. So we have to go to the doctor now to learn all of the next level of bandages. It's mage weave and then the rune cloth bandages. Those will all be learned from that doctor in Theramore Isle, where we did the triage quest. Let's head over here in search of the temple. I think that's a sunken temple quest. Probably do that. How are we doing on... Yeah, we have so many quests we can pick up. It's good. We'll pick this up too. Why not? try to do all the dungeons. Oh, as many as we can. If we've missed Razorfen Crawl, we can get in there. But we'll get into Downs, Razorfen
and
Downs.
full of vigor like you, adventurer. But now I'm old and unable to explore the world like I once did. Ah, the things I saw! But there was one mystery that eluded me. For my final quest, the Explorers League sent me in search of the Temple of Atal Hakar. It was rumored to be located in the Swamp of Sorrows. Because of my frail state, I'd traveled disguised by Griffin in search of it, but never found it. Help an old dwarf out? Perhaps you will have better luck on foot.
Can we get vital supplies in here? No. We won't be going there for a while. We'll pick it up later. Gonna head over to Ironforge. Why not? We'll pick up a few quests there as well. So we're gonna miss the tram. See a mage? Yeah. See how Narcissus is. Yeah, no quests. It's really just Ironforge and Stormwind. I wanted to get this quest here. A couple of these, 'cause why not? Especially this one, because it tells you to go to Nethergard. And that's... Get time for that, though. It's level 45. Nethergard's kind of close to where Sunken Temple is. It's near the Dark Portal. It's in Blasted Lands. Right down here. It's like right here. That's Nethergard. We'll eventually have to go there to get the flight point. Malin's request. This guy doesn't miss the tram, man. Oh, he missed it. I tried to get his attention by giving him buffs. Yeah, we're done with Scarlet Monastery, guys. If you guys were getting sick of that place, it's over. We had our fun. I'm gonna try to do Uldaman and Razorfen Downs now, and then after that, we'll probably unlock Zul'Farrak. I think depends on what level we're at. I think Zul'Farrak's like 45 plus. Sunken Temple's around there too. See if we can actually get into one of these. It's both in Kalimdor, aren't they? No, Uldaman's in. It's in. It's on this side of the map. It's in It's in the It's in the Eastern Kingdoms. It's down here. A couple quests we can get here. The older one will take us a little bit of time. Collect all the quests. I think we'll probably do Razorfen Downs first because it doesn't really seem to be too many to pick up other than the one we just got. There's some inside the dungeon as well. But we are broke. We only got a gold 46. Claimers of Desolus. These are all the quests we want here.
What's on your mind?
I think the Iron Band wants you would be a good one.
Adventurer, I received
We'll be going down there anyways.
Prospector Iron Band at his excavation site in
South
Lockdown.
Shore?
He needs some legwork done concerning.
Yeah, we're not
another
going back there for a
excavation.
while.
I don't have more details than that.
We could go
If you
there.
want to stretch your legs, then go speak with Iron
I
Band.
actually have like a hearth to
I
South Shore.
decrypted
So.
the letter, but I don't know what to make of it. You found this among thieves in the Alterac foothills? Very strange. You should take this to the Magistrate of Southshore. Although this letter is cryptic, his is the closest town to Alterac. If a threat is brewing, then he should know. The dig site at Ulderman wasn't always overrun. We Ironforged dwarves used to control the area, but that was before the Trogs came. They came so fast and in such numbers that not even Dwarven might could stop them. In fact, their attack was so sudden that I fear some of our people may be trapped behind enemy lines. My friend Balog led a small band of dwarves deep within the site just before the Trogs showed up. If he and his company live, then I want you to find them. I had myself a fine job as a digger at the Ulderman excavation site in the Badlands. That is, until those blasted
This is a cool
Trogs showed
question.
up. I escaped with my hide barely intact and nothing else. In the chaos, I left my most treasured possession. It's safe from the Trogs in my chest, sure, but it's right in the thick of them. I'd be in your debt, both in honor and coin, if you could fetch it for me.
You fight the
chest
syndicate
with my
here.
name on it is at the end of the North Common Hall. That's the one you need to get in.
You'll just turn
Well
it in.
met.
Shavasine, have you been traveling through the foothills and the mountains again? What news do you bring?
This is translated from a letter you found in a syndicate encampment. This was not written by a thief or even a noble of Alterac. It appears the syndicate has ties to another power, and I shudder
they're
to
all
think
up
what
there.
that might be. The letter you brought me was written by a being who calls himself Nagaz, a member of the Argus Wake.
And the Gauze is up there.
I don't know what this Argus Wake is, but
Cool
if
little
they're in
cottage.
alliance
It's like
with
probably one of the
syndicate,
nicest
then they must
spots
be
in
a
all
threat.
of WoW. Or
I
classic
want
WoW.
you to find Nagaz and the Argus Shadow Mages mentioned in that letter. I want you to find them and kill them. Search in the uplands, where the Syndicate is strongest. It is north of Stronbrad. With luck, you'll find these envoys of the Argus
I got in a
Wake
group
there.
for Razorfen dance. It's our fastest route there. I guess Darnassus port. So we won't be doing that quest. I would have checked out the... But yeah, it seems like they're working with the Burning Legion or something like that. Well, I guess they're called Mages of Argus. Argus is the main well, it's the planet that the Burning Legion come from. So they seem to be serving the Burning Legion. It's a nice little cottage up there, though. It'd be cool to go there and check it out. Maybe we'll do that one of these episodes. But looks like we got a quest here to do. Was this a good idea, though? Was this a good idea to come to Darnassus and then fly down? I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe I should have went to Theramore, or like, right? Because we're probably going to be flying to Theramore from here. Yeah, I probably should have went from South Shore to Theramore. Or from South Shore to Manethil Harbor, and then we would have been right where we
Maintain
wanted
our
to be.
link to the mainland. We have hippogriffs constantly flying between
Valinar's
Theron
not
Village
bad.
and
That's pretty
Darkshore.
close. We'll go to Theramore. Just because we can upgrade our first aid. This probably takes a bit longer, but this way we don't have to wait for a boat. But yeah, we probably should have flew to Manethil Harbor and then made our way there. So we got a full group now. This guy's an Ironforge. We'll probably meet him at Theramore Isle, I think. But yeah, we're going to do RFD, guys. I'm looking forward to that. That should be good. We'll see how this goes. We do have a quest for it, which is nice. Bring the light. Let's see if we can get them all here. Just checking out all the quests. There's a host of evil. Guess you just pick that up around there. Let's just see. Let's see if we should be able to see it. Yeah, they're all at Theramore. Yeah, there it is. Scourge of the Downs we can pick up there, and a host of evils right there. So we can get those pretty much just at the dungeon. There we go. That's good. It's too bad we didn't get the neck. We tried to get that for quite a while. I think we did Cathedral, I don't know, maybe 10 times, guys. Doing a little bit of dungeon spamming this time around. But we will be doing a lot of like questing on the warrior. But the thing is, on the warrior, I'm gonna try to do as many of Scarlet Monastery dungeons on him as well, because we want to get all the loot and armory. A lot of nice loot in there. Let's see what they got in Razorfen Downs for us. A nice back. 11 stamina. There's no intellect on it though. Stamina's good though for PvP. You do want to stack stam for that. Ah, cool neck. So there we go. Another neck. 5 int, 11 spirit. That's pretty good. I'd probably use that instead of Crystal Starfire Medallion. Cloth waist here. 33 armor, 6 stam, 15 intellect. The Death Mage sash. It's better than ours. And then an offhand. Not better than ours. I'd rather have the 12 magic damage. It has 5 stamina, 11 spirit. A lot of good loot here. Cloth chest, 20 stam, 10 intellect. It's pretty good. It's a lot of stamina. Robes of the Lich. Probably use that. Kind of cool too. Cold Rage Dagger. I used to farm this on my warrior for a boss in AQ40 Visitus, because it launches pretty much all the melee farm this dagger. If you get it while leveling up and you're a melee class, keep it, because if you raid, you'll want to have it. It launches a bolt of frost at the enemy, causing 20 to 30 frost damage and slowing movement speed by 50% for 5 seconds. So for Visitus, you have to do frost damage to him for him to freeze and then break into a bunch of other little oozes. And then you have to AoE those oozes down to actually do damage to the boss. So for melee classes to do frost damage, you have to, use this dagger. That's a cool thing. It's like small things like that is what makes vanilla cool. I came back at 60 and farmed this for quite a while. It took me a while to get the dagger. And then a wand's good. A nice wand. The wand upgrade right there. 37.2 damage per second. 7 shadow resist. So yeah. Quite a few upgrades. And then a bunch of trash drops. These cloth boots aren't bad. Not better than the ones we got though. Lady Featheress. Oh, that's a nice back. I think she's a rare, though, maybe. Mantle of Lady Featheress. 9 int, and then increases damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by 9. 30 armor. That's an awesome back piece. And the wand's nice, too. Increases damage by shadow spells and effects by up to 10. That's great for priests and warlocks. It does 38.1 damage per second. Awesome wand for warlocks and priests. Priests would love that. I wouldn't even roll on it if I seen it drop. Just let that priest get it. Because solo leveling as a priest is brutal. Like open world leveling as a priest, I think it's probably one of the most dull. I haven't leveled a priest to 60, but I've watched it. And man, it's dull. You can't really do a lot of AoE, and you're just shielding yourself, putting dots up, and just wanding stuff down. So good wands are crucial for a priest. Alright, so how are we doing on this flight so far? We don't have this flight point yet. We should try to get it soon. The one here in Ashara. Did we pick it up? I think we might have. I think I might have went out of my way to get this. Did I? Not sure. Bet you the warrior's like ahead of me now. He's at Barradin Bay. Is that on the other side of the world? Yeah, he's here. He's just waiting on the boat. That's what we should have done. He's gonna beat us to Thermore Isle. It's whatever. Just took a silly route. Didn't even need to use a rune of teleportation there. And I'm happy to see on the WoW forums they got people saying bring Classic to Game Pass. I hope they bring WoW to Game Pass. I know some people don't want that, but I hope they do. Like, why not, right? You get so many more extra games. The problem is if it costs more money and you like only play WoW, then that sucks. So it has to be optional. Microsoft's just milking it though. They love that they got a subscription on this game. Yeah, an RP PvP server on Anniversary Realms. I think every server should just be RP in general. Like, I don't know why they got rid of RP servers. Because it just adds to the servers. Right? Like, you'll have RP guilds that do, like, RP stuff. And you can, you know, participate or not. It at least, like, you know, is entertaining. Like, it's cool when you're, like, going through Ironforge and, like, dwarves are, like, talking in RP and stuff. It adds to the immersion of the game. So I think every server should be RP. I think RP hardcore should be RP hardcore. Because they already have RP on the hardcore server. So I might as well just call it RP, right? Or maybe they think it's just silly to put RP there because people can just RP if they want. But I think there's a set of rules in RP that Blizzard has to manage or stuff like that. Like, if you interrupt people's RP or grief their RP, I think you could get banned on an RP server for that. Now, in RP PvP, if you're opposite faction and then you grief somebody, you know, in PvP, then that's okay, because that's just a part of RP PvP. But I guess if you're on like an RP PvE server, if you're like griefing a conversation or something, or an RP event, can you get banned? I don't know. Not too sure. But they shouldn't have a new server. I think they should just add RP to the server list names. That's it. Just change the text. Your voice matters. And yeah, Grobulus was an RP PvP server on Classic. It's one of the best servers still. It has the best faction balance as well. I wonder how they could do that. Just change the text. I'd be all for that, man. I think Blizzard kind of dropped the ball there by not just make RP mandatory, or not mandatory. It's kind of much, but it's not mandatory. But just add it to the realms. Like, why not?
Hello. It is good to see you again, Dr. Adventurer. I have been following your progress, and I dare say that it is time you learn some of the more advanced bandaging
We have
techniques.
heavy mage bandage.
Return to me from time to time as your skill advances, and I shall teach you all that I know.
I hope you're all ready to have some fun. Sure am. And you don't really get forced. If you're a non-RPer, you don't get forced into to PV to RP. You wouldn't even know that it's an RP server. To be honest, the only way you can tell if it's an RP server is if you randomly witness an RP event in like a town or out in the world, or you're a part of an RP guild. If you're a part of an RP guild, then you'll know. You'll know where. You'll probably see more RP going on. But like when I'm on Globulus, a lot of my characters, there's a lot of moments. I'd say like 98% of the time, there's not much RP going on. And I've leveled a bunch of characters on Globulus. The most RP I've ever like experienced is when I joined an RP guild. That was an all dwarf guild on my Dwarf Hunter playthrough, and I had like participated in RP events because it was my first time on an RP server, so I wanted to check it out. And they have an add-on for it too. I forget what it's called. There's an RP add-on, and you can give your character a little profile, and you can also log your interactions with other players and sort of create like a little storyline there. It also tells you like where you met these people last. I forget what that add-on's called. I haven't RP'd in, I don't know, years. I played on Globulus with the DK. Didn't do much RP there. I had a dwarf come up to me and like talk like a dwarf. That was about it. He was like, "Aye" or something. That was about it. Didn't really join like a DK or RP guild on that character. And I think the Worgen Hunter that I just played was on an RP guild. Didn't even notice any RP. I don't think we did any RP on that playthrough at all. My Draenei Shaman might have had a little experience there. I think I tried to join a Draenei guild, but not much really happened. And you can write up a story for your character so people can like look at your character's story. And then that adds to the RP as well, like a little backstory. And they're kind of funny to read. Some people are pretty creative with that stuff. Who's that guy? That's is that gonna kill me? Is that a shaman or a warrior? What if he's gonna come attack me? He's a warrior. I thought that was the shaman that we got into a fight with. I thought this was going to be a battle. I think we got our mount though. Getting a lot of interaction too. It's probably one of the more popular posts. Yeah, it's got 2.4K replies and 12.6K views. I don't even think people look at the WoW forums, to be honest. But they were popular back in the day, like especially the server-based forums. Like there would be like forums for your remember there'd be a lot of trolling on there. Guilds calling out other guilds, stuff like that. I hope they make TBC an era server. That would be amazing. Maybe we'll I want to level a rogue if they did that. Or a warrior. Because maybe we could snag warglaives again. That'd be tough, though. So it's hard to get warglaives. Well, you just have to be dedicated to your guild. You have to be like one of the people that they would choose. Warriors are actually the best ones to get the glaives. But rogues can put up an argument saying, just because warriors do more damage than rogues, but rogues can put up an argument saying they don't really have any other like weapon options, while warriors have like, you know, other weapons that they can use other than warglaives. So that's sort of like the argument rogues use to try to get warglaives over warriors. That's what I used when I got mine. It's too bad they didn't have an Era server, man. I would love to just hop on the rogue and just do a little bit of PvP or even a raid or two on that character. All right, so we're here, guys. I think I'm going to call this episode here. And yeah, next episode we'll be in Razorfen Downs. Probably got to pick up some quests before we get in there, though. So I'll see you guys then. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.